What's good, YouTube? Mega Steelix here, and hope y'all been doing well. I haven't posted a video in a while, mainly because I was on that top 100 grind, which luckily for me, I was able to get there. I finished 80th exactly. But now with the new set Crimson Blaze, get ready for all the videos that you usually see here. We got the set breakdown, the solo battle guides, and much more. But ultimately, I decided to delay the release on those videos because I had the time to join my very first tournament of the new format. And if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you might know that my favorite Pokemon is Onyx. And I've been asking for a playable Steelix basically since the release of Pokemon Pocket. And now that we have one, I had to put a list together and try my best, and the rest is history. For those of you that just want the list, there you go. But if you have the time, please stick around, as there's more to the success of this deck than just the 20 cards you see here. And the end of the video always has some gameplay so you see the deck in action. But getting right into the card by card, we're playing double Oricorio, double Pichu, double Onyx, double Mega Steelix, double Pokeball, 2 Heavy Helmet, 2 Research, 2 Brocks, and the one-offs are Sabrina, Cyrus, Copycat, and Serena. I will naturally assume y'all would have questions, and if there's any question I don't answer in this video, feel free to put it down in the comments below and I'll get to it when I see it. But I'll begin with why Pichu over Dialga. Many like day one builds I saw were like on Dialga, but first of all, Pichu enables Oricorio, which is a strategy we saw successful with Absol in the past. And not only that, Pichu is far more flexible in my opinion. No retreat cost. You get to ramp turn 0 basically. When you're going first, you get to ramp Dialga. You have to, if you're going first with Dialga, it actually, but like it's technically turn 1 you can't charge, turn 2 you can't charge, turn 3 you can finally charge. That's a little too slow for my opinion, like in my preference, but nonetheless, the truth is I believe Dialga is a liability. On paper, it's a perfect match, similar to like Entei and Blaziken or Entei and Charizard. But a Dialga lead, like if you start with Dialga, you have a slow 2-point body in your active, which in a perfect world will eventually set up your Steelix, and you play a 5-point game, right? They knock down your EX Dialga, they get 2, and then they have to knock out the Steelix right after. But in a world with Sabrina, with less jingling, now we see a lot of copies of Repel in certain decks, especially Charizard. And if they get to your Onyx before it becomes a Steelix or before it's ready to attack, you are no longer playing that 5-point game. You're stuck playing one of the, your opponent gets to play one of their easiest 3-point games. As for Oricorio, I anticipated a lot of Mega Charizard, and rightfully so. This bird completely walls their entire strategy, and since the Mega Charizard requires so much energy, if they commit any of it to an out, like an Ori out, like one of my opponents was building up their Charmeleon, they went into the non-EX one, and I'm like, okay, so if they got rid of the Oricorio, but then I got rid of the Charizard with Steelix, and they didn't really have a follow-up because all their energy went on that out to Oricorio. The last card I want to talk about was Heavy Helmet. You truly only need one, but you really want to see that one, as it works for both Onyx and Steelix. It goes a long way what makes Steelix so hard to take down. Apron is a decent card as well, but only helps Steelix. It doesn't work on Onyx. And not to mention that the -10 is not enough so that you survive a Mega Charizard attack. Honestly, in my experience, it didn't come up. Like, Mega Charizard was never attacking my Steelix, but having the ability to survive that goes a long way in what makes this deck like viable. I also considered Giantscape so that it could also go on the Oricorio, but in many of my matchups, being able to tank 20 damage in every attack made that helmet feel more like a 60 or 100 HP bonus. And then there's Rocky Helmet, which is good as it helps our biggest issue, which is not enough damage from Steelix, only dealing 120. But that will require much more testing for my part. For changes or improvements to the deck, the space is very tight. There's not much you could alter without completely changing what the deck is trying to do. There is a world where decks like Charizard fall off and we can focus on Steelix longevity rather than like walling. Like maybe we could fit in DDs and a bunch of heals. But in a world where Charizard is just one-shotting you, all that healing doesn't really make sense. But as far as the current format is shaping up, our biggest issue is unfortunately Sweeping Greninja. And between Indeedee, Irida, and Giantscape, Steelix 120 damage tends to fall short in multiple situations. Thus, you could consider cards like Guzma or Red, as they definitely help in those matchups, as well as Mars and Red card in hopes that you just like take away the Greninja from their hand or that they don't find it. But that doesn't really feel worth banking on, because if they end up finding it anyways, then you just wasted a card, you wasted your supporter, you didn't really do much. With that said, I will need more testing to truly determine what changes can or need to be made. But after one tournament, the spots that are definitely flexible is the second copy of Heavy Helmet and the Serena. So feel free to start by there, either cutting those or changing them for other things and seeing how that goes for you. Before I continue, shout out to Erico for hosting the event. They are a content creator themselves, and I have their profile linked in the description. So just for context, this tournament consisted over 100 players. Crimson Blaze was legal, and naturally a lot of people were trying out new decks. However, the pricing was very real, as the winner took home a full art Copycat. As you can see, the metagame reflected just that, as the top 5 decks in order of play rate were Mega Charizard Y, Hydreigon, Suicune Greninja, Magnezone, and then the most recent Shigun build of Whimsicott with Ariados. I personally believe, similar to Mega Blaziken, Entei will not be a part of like optimized builds as Charizard. As I mentioned when talking about Dialga, they're great cards that fit the strategy perfectly, but they end up being like liabilities. But this is a Mega Steelix video, so ultimately I want to focus on my matchups. And it was my very first round where I went from let's have some fun with my favorite Pokemon to wait, we might actually have something. As Steelix was just too bulky and resilient. Oricorios were only hitting for 10. Magnezones could at most deal 70, which would take technically 4 turns for them to hit enough damage, to deal enough damage. I felt unstoppable. As for the rest of the tournament, I do believe that the best of one, and more importantly, the surprise factor, played a big role in why I was doing so well. Low punny came down to coin flips that just were my favorite. Shout out to Jay Denkis. And the Charizard matchups, I already touched up on the profile side of things. The rest of the tournament was on stream, so I will link the VOD down below as well. But I will also add some of it to the end of this video. This is only one version of Mega Steelix, and with no rank until January, I do plan to continue molding this list into something fun and as competitive as possible. If y'all have any suggestions, feel free to comment them down below. And if you enjoyed this style of video where I went maybe a little more into detail, please leave a like and consider subscribing, as we are trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you for watching, enjoy the gameplay, and above all else, stay pro. Yeah, we're playing Steelix with Oricorio. They're playing Steelix with Dialga. Today we're doing pretty well, all things considered. Although this hand is leaving much to be desired. Oof. Oof, Coco, nah, this is the first game of the stream, you're fine. Not sure, yep, we had to do it. We had to go Steelix. We already guaranteed top cut, because they allow intentional draws, so whether we win or lose this one, we draw the last round and we're in. Well, CB, you got 2 decks. You got their deck and our deck. There's 2 different versions on the board right now that are 4-0 in the tournament. We like the look of that. We like the look of no Onyx. What we don't like is the look of nothing on our side. Let's go. Let me before I blindly put down things. They're not playing Cyrus or Sabrina, so our bench is safe at all times. That's good to know. Let's put down Pichu. You're thinking my version first? Yeah. On paper, I don't like their version. But that's not to say it's not good, right? Like now, we're just 1 Brock away from being alive with Mega Steelix. Next turn. Not to mention when they attack, they don't do damage to us. In the case that we get set up Steelix, right? If we draw Brock, is what I'm saying. Cranbreezy, what's going on? What's going on? Roke was good. Okay, they found their Onyx. They had to research though, so they can't Brock yet. It is best of 1. It is best of 1 until top cut. Top cut is best of 3. Yo, Supreme, how's it going? Steelix meta? I don't know about all that, but it's definitely fun. High key, if we could find... If we could guarantee Ori, I think we're in a better... Would be better for it. Thank you. I need the luck. I need the luck. I get... Okay. I wanted 1 Ori, we got 2. How's the wife's birthday? Really good. We did everything she wanted to do. We started the day by going to church. Then we went to brunch with her mom and the kid. Then she went to Target. A little retail therapy for her. Alright, so we're gonna sacrifice Pichu, but we're definitely okay with that. Although it sets up Onyx. Actually, wait, if they go in with Onyx, we're even more okay with that. So let's go here. They don't play Hand Disrupt. Oh, they play a red card. Hold on, let's put that down then. So yeah, retail therapy for her. Then what else did we do? Yeah, I'm blanking out heavy, but it was a good day. It was a good day. Chassis, Rainbow, Wonder, Blastoise, and Wonder Pig. I'm going for it and praying. Let's go. You got this. Alright, they hit us with Brock. Why did you run away? I think, honestly, this might be GG's. This might be wraps. I do like their play of not swinging, especially with Brock. They probably have another one. You failed anyways. Dale. You missed Rainbow Rare Steelix, bro. I pulled 2 Steelix. I didn't have to trade for Steelix. Lee, how's it going? Yep, that's yours. That's the only copy I have. I want to trade for a second one, even though I don't see myself playing a second one. But just because I'm a fiend, I want a second one. But no, this is exactly the copy you gave me for sure. They're on May, okay. Kind of missed that on the deck list. It's there though, it's there. Managed to pull the Rainbow Venusaur. I really like that art. Can you see the deck list? Yeah, right after the game, I got you. I could even show you theirs technically. Although right now, it truly feels like it's checkmate. Yo, Gio, we are currently 4-0. Obviously, we need to see Cyrus for it to guaranteed be win, but... Yeah, Oricorio Pichu makes it where turn 2... You could have Steelix swing as early as turn 2 with this deck. Because, like, what you saw with... Well, if you were here in the beginning, we went Pichu and Brock onto the Onyx, and we went second. So our Onyx had 3 energy going into, like, our next turn. The only way they beat us here is if they like, if we hyper brick on the red card. But they can't knock out this Oricorio without giving us Onyx. And then we're just a Cyrus away from getting the last 2 points. I'm looking to get Charizard full. I missed one in Wonder Picks. Bro, the full art, Charizard looks insane. I'm actually a big fan of it. Another thing they could do is just stall us to death. That is definitely a viable option. Oricorio could only deal 10 damage to a Steelix with a helm on it. I double checking the board. Not saying much. I low-key want to put this down just to less chances of drawing it on the red card play. Even though obviously we want it on Onyx. There you go, Pichu. You can hold that. How's it going, Ginger? They are playing PCL. They are playing red. They're playing Copycat, so their hand could blow up at any moment. Yeah. Although, it feels a little bit early, if I'm being honest. Yeah, this is tournament. Although I see what they're going for. We got a few turns to find the card. No more hand disruption from their side. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's GG's. Double checking, no Sabrinas, nothing that I'm not gonna be aware of. No hand disruption, no Mars. And that, baby's how you go 5-0 with Steelix, baby. Yeah, I don't like the Dialga. Dialga is the same thing as Entei. in Blaziken, the same thing as Entei and Charizard. Is just, yes, and on paper they work perfectly fine, but in a world where they take away a piece like an Onyx, as soon as they snipe an Onyx from you, these Dialgas are no longer your friend. You're no longer going from 2 to 3 points. You're not playing for 5. Shout out to our opponent though. They're also undefeated until just now. Alright. Alright, so 5-1 is pretty good. There's no way we win this. I use Hydreigon for all my expert solo battles, finish them. Yeah, no, it's definitely really good for that. Yeah, I gotta get a hair tie after this too. I keep forgetting. So there's a chance. There's definitely a chance. It's not pretty, but it's not ugly either. Okay, it's ugly. It's ugly. Let me look what their list looks like. They're on double copycat. They're about to draw 100 cards, bro. New zone is bad. Any movement resets the coin ability. Yeah, but it's what you what you take from the new stuff is just the Magnemite that hits for 30. Technically searchable with Lycia if that ends up ever coming up. And the fact that now we could search Magneton. That's the... Wow. Okay, so we're forced to do copycat. I really want helmet, but I can't risk. We have a second helmet. We'll try to draw that. HD, I pulled them day one naturally. I did not trade for them. They found me. Oof, speaking of, okay. A Pichu there would have been like the... Low key, do we just put him up front? Why take damage, right? Is he playing any... No, he's playing one Cyrus. Like, high key, we could just swap him out right now. He can't attack yet. No, but then he could attack after. I'd rather just take the 10 from the Absol. I'd rather take 10 from Absol. And just chill in the back line. Because I go in the front. We don't take 10, but then we take the first 70. Which we might still if he has Cyrus, but he was only playing with Cyrus. Okay, I'm talking a lot, but... The line makes sense. He's playing no hand destruction, but he's playing Copycat. Let's do one of these. The new zone ain't bad. No, I don't think it's bad, but it's definitely not like what people are playing. Like, it's not what makes or break the strategy, right? If you want it, you can take a private plane. Kilómetros estamos soñando. No estoy tocando. How did my pulls go? Decent, I would say. As much as the Brock is tempting, we gotta be afraid of them going Cyrus into something there, so we'll do that. Like Cyrus Hydreigon, that whole play. Alright, next turn, we go for the best. Oh, TikTok got shut down again. That's nice. Maybe it's the music. I really don't know. Again, TikTok doesn't actually tell me I did anything wrong, so... I hope they find their way to Twitch or YouTube. What did our opponent do? Okay. Fun fact, that's their only Cyrus, so we could kind of use that to our advantage. They hit for 110. Okay, I already see the line. Although they also have the Absol line as well. We can't put these down just yet, but it is part of the line. We gotta hope that they don't find Indeedee. What tournament am I in? This is the... Hold up, I got the name somewhere. The Erico and SoFlo Circuit Full Art Copycat. I know Indeedee and there's a chance. I can lift you up. Do you risk it if they have Indeedee? If they have Indeedee, it is what it is. Like, we would just lose, right? Did I see the Pocket Mats tourney?
Everyone, please raise your hands up. Send me your energy now.
Slack with the raid. I saw the pricing, yes, but I will not be able to participate. Alright, so this guy's gonna hit us for only 40 damage, by the way. I want y'all to witness this. This man's gonna swing for 40. What you gonna do? What's the game plan, brother? I should have put another energy on the Steelix, but we have a 1 in 4 chance to win. They gotta find their entire Hydreigon line, which that's probably it already. What I should have done, to be honest, what I should have done was not put down Pichu, but put the energy on Steelix. There was no reason to put any energy on Oricorio there. Because I need to be in a position where I could back out with Steelix and then still come back up. I heard the guy that's hosting this week is still... If he uses Sabrina, hits your Steelix with regular Absol and then Cyrus next, but he already burned. No, the Absol could only hit Steelix for 10 damage. The helmet works on the bench as well. Like, we are quite literally in a decent position. All we need to do is top deck Ciruño. The issue is that now we're forced to back out. Or hold up. He's forced to send out Indeedee. It buys us a turn, and then we can still chill and see what's going on. Again, we should have just put... If we had the 2 energies here, we would have been at 6 energy. We've been in so much better spot, but... If we lose, it's because of the 1 energy that's on this Oricorio for no reason. And then we have the 1 in 3 chance of just winning outright. If they run XP, they can just put... No. It's a tournament. I have their list. I'm aware that they don't. Do I have any regular Charmeleons from the new set I can share? I'll see how many I pulled. I would assume so, but no promises. Yep. I still don't know why. Is Cyrus still in play? It's one of the 3 cards we have left. I'm telling you, we would have guaranteed won. We would have won guaranteed if it wasn't that I gave this energy here. Well, it's guaranteed this thing off the top next turn. I think we win then. Hold on, let me do the math right. We got 5 energy, we go to 6. We back out. We can no longer attack with this dude. Now we gotta go this. We gotta do this route. But you see, if the Oricorio's energy, the one that on the left, if his energy was on the Steelix, our Steelix could even come in next turn to attack. Jason, hasta enero 9. So sí, 3 semanas sin... we're not aiming for the Steelix MTG. Our game is right here. But yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. But you see, like here, he has the option where he's like, oh, I could go into Mega Absol, swing, and his Steelix can't attack next turn. Not that if we had done it the right way, we would have been able to, you know? No, that's the makings of just losing in the first round of Top Cut. I love Steelix since I got 3 full arts. Might try this. There's 2 builds that are doing pretty well. Here. Okay, we get to go second again. Can we open like Pichu, Onyx in the back? This is decent. This is decent. Actually, this would have been a better going first hand. No, we had no way of winning that one. The Erickotcg in Sabrina play was actually a lot stronger than I gave it credit for. Actually, if I was playing their list, I'd probably play more than one Sabrina. The way it locked me up was crazy. But yeah, going first this hand would have been better, actually. In theory. Okay, Pheromosa we aren't afraid of. Let's see. Not much to do but research and hope for the best. They are down to 2 cards in hand, so who knows? Double Onyx. If I had a Brock in hand, we would commit to the Onyx fully. Although Onyx does come in and swing for 50, right? Just as the Oricorio does. Let's go this route. Let's go here. And let's establish the... I'm aware that if he goes Ariados, I can't go anywhere. No, the Steelix was just as cooked because I wasn't gonna attack in time, and once the car was about to start swinging for like a million. Shigun's list ran double Sabrina. I can see that. Oh, there. Okay. Well, the Pichu got nowhere to go. No quiero dormir, lo que quiero yo es amanecerme y verme un galón. El camino y no pude recortar el camino. Bro, they're drawing too many cards, bro. Like, when at least, like, in my head, I'm like, oh, something we have going for us is the lack of like, board state that they got. They start pulling up with this. Although, okay, I see this. I see their lineup. No, actually, I don't see the line here. I feel like they're trolling themselves. Unless they don't attack, but even then, they're just setting us up for whatever. I'll let them be. I'm aware that y'all can't see my hand. I apologize. I'm doing it for like the... We're already in top cut. Might as well try. And before my hand showing? Yeah, okay. Was charging Ori not better there in case they did not attack? What you mean? The Ori did get charged. Ori already has a... Ori already has an electric energy. Is that not visible? Oh, it's hard to see. I apologize. But yeah. There's already an energy on it. We have to play again in mind that they have the Ariados locking us up forever play. They no longer can hit our bench outside of Sabrina, so let's go. I think I'm gonna commit everything, and I'm not gonna use what y'all see there. Although drawing the helmet would be huge the next turn, not right now. So let's do this. We also have all our Brocks in the deck somewhere. Last time he trapped the Ori with the spider, and I didn't really have an out for it. We're both at 1 point. I know y'all can't see my points because of the hand situation, but I don't see their line here. Like the same way they adapted to our play game 2, I'm adapting to their play game 3. All our energy moving forward is going to go to this Oricorio. He doesn't play any form of red card or Mars. So our hand is what it is. No red. No boost to attack either. Double checking. One copycat, I don't care if they use it. Now we need Sabrina? Nunu, what are you talking about? We could just die to damage. I didn't do the math. We don't have the helmet this time. Did we die to damage? I didn't do the math. Nunu, what game are we? I have 1 point already, Nunu. We win. We have Cyrus in. Oh, that's right. You can't see my hand. I apologize. Bro, your boy had it. Your boy's been had it. We had Cyrus. My bad. I apologize. I'm like, what's Nunu worried about, dude? We're chilling. I apologize. I gotta make my opponent sweat too, I guess. I don't know. Not that I don't think they're stream sniping, but we are playing for something, so it's worth it, you know? I don't... Am I gonna try this deck in ranked? I don't know. 2 weeks from now, 3 or however many weeks from now, who's to say what's what anymore? They are on double non-EX Greninja. Ranked is on January 9th. It's been announced. Double tails and low pony. That's what happened between me and Jay. Dialga, I got you. Hold up. Is my hand still hiding? No, it's not. Should we hide it? Sure, why not? You know what? Whatever, dude. If they want to see it, they got it. A Pichu would have made this hand like even better, no? Nah, what's going on? Yellow pom pom with the football helmet of doom. What's good? What's good? What's good? We are currently top 8. However, Suicune Greninja is staring us dead in the face, and it does not bode well for us in the long run. Like, if we had a Pichu start, this hand would have been worlds above. Like, so much better. It's crazy. Like, actually, like, insane. But instead, y'all get to look at Oricorio stare at their Suicune. Why Oricorio can't attack? We play Pichu. Oricorio will swing eventually. There's one issue, right? They're playing as if they have... Alright, I'm going to risk this entire game on them potentially having Greninja into Cyrus. If they have Greninja into Cyrus, it is what it is. But if they don't have it and we top deck Brock, we take over. If they do have it, but they don't have another basic Pokemon, which is very, very difficult to believe. Point is, we got a high roll. Our deck is obviously not up to par to Suicune, so we just gotta hope for the best. Yeah, we're ending to Greninja. We knew that part. That part's guaranteed. We knew this was coming. Okay, feels like they don't have it. They are on double Cyrus though, so them not having is kind of. I'm playing against Nuno. I am playing against Nuno, but I don't know who that is. Not by name, anyways. Ciruño? No, Cape. Okay. Okay, so everything as expected. Do they also have the extra basic? They do not. Okay, so we survive. And I did not do any further math. I was just like, oh, this will probably work out. They hit us for... Suicune could only hit us for 60 max. 80 with the Greninja in the back. The math doesn't look great. Well, they're obviously missing a bench piece. So if they don't see us bench piece again, they're only hitting us for 20 from Greninja and 40 from the Suicune. That leaves us at 80 HP. And then the next turn, Greninja could only do 40 damage. So... Nah, they have reaches. Man, bro. No, what are you even thinking about, brother? The fact that they got the cape, their one cape. Granted, I can't complain that they got their one cape when they can't find another bench piece, but... Nah, we're short. We're short on the damage. Cause they get to hit us for 40. And we can't knock out the Greninja. The only chance we have would have been, I don't know. Yeah, they have cape, so we're kind of cooked. And they play double Cyrus, so it's not like we could run away with Steelix for a few turns and hope that Oricorio gets us there. They're also on Mars, so our hand's about to go to 0. Oh, but we could put them on... Maybe Cyrus is the last card in the deck. We almost got there. Which begs the question, oh, should we play PCL or something? PCL would have won us a game here. No, not to mention another Greninja obviously cuts us off as well. Adamant? Nah, we don't need more than that. Indeed, he would go hard. It would be another brick though. This is where you use the secret PCL. You didn't submit your list and win the game. It's off the top, baby. Yeah, nothing we weren't expecting. Should play Mars like us or them? Us playing Mars is kind of irrelevant. Zeleria. I feel like I butchered that, but thank you for the follow. Interesting. Okay, so they definitely have double Greninja like next turn. That's still an odd play, I believe. I guess we should have played Mars. If we had Mars, then we were in there. Alright, it's best of 3, so we're not completely cooked. Guzma, the issue with Guzma is that, yeah, Guzma will be good right here. It hasn't come up where I would want Guzma in another matchup, right? Meanwhile, like heals and stuff have come up where I'm like, oh, I wish I could heal right now. Okay, Suicune doesn't matter. Alright, is Nuno known to BM? Does he press every button before just winning game 1 of a best of 3? You think he bricked? Don't give me hope. Like Hawkeye in the... Granted, he did Mars us, so we don't have the outs in our hand right now. No, they bricked. I don't know why he hit the Oricorio. I agree. So we just need a top deck Ciruño. A 1 in 6. Oh, you gotta back out, brother. You mentioned you ran out of time. Ciruño, Cyrus. Technically, oh no, they're on double Cyrus, so we can't even like run away either. Game one. We can't win all of them. There he is. Just... How could he mess this up? There's no way.
Just so you guys know, there's like a wall where Dina says, okay, these are the people that are funding us, and like I guarantee you, man, is up there.